What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Creative Rise podcast. Today, we have an awesome guest, Matt Ortlieb, on the show. We shot this episode right after our event, Six Figure Creator Live, happened in Waterloo, Ontario, Canada, back at the end of July. And we're so excited to release this episode because this episode covers Matt's story of going from $15,000 a year to hitting his first ever $40,000 month. So this dude has built a phenomenal content agency, and there's a lot of things Matt's done really well, but a few of them that he covers in this podcast I cannot wait for you to hear are things like how to really define a good offer, how to really narrow down who your ideal client is and get ridiculously clear on the things they deal with, struggle with, and want out of their businesses, and how you can come alongside them as a content agency, as a creative, and really provide them with some good solutions. And this type of stuff gets Matt paid. So I can't wait for him to get to share a ton of value with you in this episode. This episode was so fun to shoot. Matt, thanks for being on the podcast again. I think it's the second time he's been on the podcast, but his story is amazing. So when we first met Matt, like I said, he had gone from $15,000 a year to $15,000 a month. He's now gone to $25,000 a month, and now he's just hit his first ever $40,000 a month. And a lot of what he shares in this podcast and attributes it to is what he had learned back in the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. Now, exciting news. Yesterday, this is Monday as we're releasing this podcast. Yesterday on Sunday, we officially made the application live for the next round 14 of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. We're going to be starting September 21st, helping 35 businesses build the 6 pillars of a successful 6-figure business into their businesses. And then we're actually going to help them implement it, give them the community accountability and support to actually implement the 6 pillars on into their business, which is a blast. It's super fun. So here's the good news. The good news is that applications are now open, fully public on our website. Go to creativerise.com if you're interested in joining the next round of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. But here's the bad news. The bad news is that already 21 spots out of the 35 are gone. The wait list took 21 out of the 35 spots in 3 days, completely gone. And we have a bunch of other calls booked with people to see if this is going to be the right fit and right investment for them and for their business, the best choice for their business going into the back end of 2025, and then especially to really set up 2026 to be a great year. So if you want help building and defining offers, branding those offers, learning how to brand your business and really narrow in your ideal client, learning how to network like a pro and build profitable network relationships, learning how to market your business through the 4 systems that build the fully booked marketing system, learning then how to sell, learning how to get on sales calls, sell via DMs, sell on sales calls, sell in person. Like, how do you actually sell your business, whether you're in the wedding space or you're in the brand space? And last but not least, learn how to then take all that and then scale it, right? Scale your time, scale your money, scale potentially even a team. Those are the 6 pillars of building a phenomenal 6-figure business. And all of those are what we teach you and help you implement inside of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. And we're starting round 14 on September 21st. So if you want to be like Matt and go through that process that we have helped him go through to implement all 6 of those pillars, well, you got to literally run to the link in the description, run to the website, creativerise.com, fill out an application, and there's going to be a spot for you to book a call with us to see. And we're going to be very honest with you if this is a really good fit for you, if it's the right timing for you, and also if this is the best investment for your business, which is really cool. So we are so excited about that, guys. Getting started September 21st, round 14. It's going to be incredible. Matt is a phenomenal testament to what these 6 pillars can do if you not only get them implemented into your business, but really if the community supports you as you go about building them. So love this episode, guys. Here is our episode with Matt Ortlieb. Hope you guys enjoy it and get a ton of value out of it. Dude, welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back,
Matt
to the
Ortlieb.
podcast.
That was the most casual start to the podcast.
I love it.
Dude, welcome back. February 2023. You said it was the last time he was on the podcast.
The last time you were on the pod, so welcome back.
It's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
It's been a bit.
2 years.
It's been a while on the pod, but it hasn't been a while since we've seen you because we
No.
literally
Yeah.
ran an event with you last night.
Yeah, that was a
in
blast.
Waterloo,
Yes.
Ontario, which is incredible. It was
I
so much
had the
fun.
pleasure of getting beat by Matt in golf like 2 months ago. And then now we got to host an event together last night, which was epic. If you missed it, 6-figure Creator Live event, Waterloo, Ontario, Canada.
So fun.
Matt and Jared co-hosted it with us, and it was a blast.
Should have been there.
So good. You should have been there.
Maybe next year.
Matt,
Maybe next year.
what was your highlight from the event last night?
Ooh, I think it was connecting with everyone there.
Yeah.
There was so many different people, from like just marketing agencies and people just starting to people who have been making over $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was cool just like getting to know everyone there and running through the panels. And I think Nano was a cool,
Yeah.
very like insightful
Yeah.
into what it looks like to build a bigger agency.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Nano was a guest that we brought, a friend of mine, and dude's awesome, runs Impulso Media, 22 employees on payroll. I'm like,
It's crazy. It's
that's
crazy.
big. That's big.
Yeah.
It's a big creative business. So
Yeah, we had a ton of fun last night, Matt. That was so much fun. So thanks for the
Yeah.
include on the event.
That was
which
awesome. I had a
yeah, it was
blast.
so good.
Um,
Matt, you know how we do it. Rapid fire.
Rapid
here.
fire questions.
Kick it off. Name, business, where you're from.
Yeah, Matt, building a content agency now. Started out as a photographer, working with personal brands, dabbled in the real estate space for a bit. And now I'm in Waterloo, Kitchener, Ontario. But I'm wherever now.
Yeah.
Wherever you need.
Wherever the projects
Wherever you
come.
need them.
And
Yeah,
what was
that's
the
right.
official start date of your business? What was first
Um,
full year?
My first full-time year was 2022, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
So what year did you go to the mastermind? 2022 or 2021?
2023.
2023.
Yeah.
Great.
Wow.
I joined, it was a couple months after I went full-time.
And were you
Yeah.
in school 2022?
I
graduated
graduated
school?
2021, I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
because I had 8 months of social media management job.
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
Before
right.
I
then.
forgot
Yes.
about
Yeah.
that.
Yes. Okay. Very
Okay,
cool.
so for everyone that's new to Matt, you are the owner of a content agency, and you are a content strategist. That is one of the things that makes you stand out. You're not just rocking up, I'm a photographer, I'm a filmmaker. You're like actually doing a lot of the strategy with your clients. And you said you work with a lot of personal brands. You dabble in some of the real estate stuff. Describe your ideal client right now.
Right now, I think it's working with a lot of like lifestyle brands. I think the best way to explain it is everything I like to do on a day-to-day basis, I want to create content for those brands. For example, if I play pickleball on a Monday afternoon,
Which you do a lot of.
Yeah, I do. I've been getting good at it too.
Let's go.
Partnering and collaborating with like brands in the pickleball space and
Yeah.
the golf space, and just working with brands that I have an interest in, and also I think projects that get me excited to work on as well.
It's cool. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it. So outside of the lifestyle brands, who else have you been working with in the last year? You just had your first ever $40,000 month,
Woo!
which is amazing. The last time we had you
incredible.
on the podcast was right after you got out of the mastermind and you hit your first $15,000 month. So you've doubled that, which is amazing.
Yeah.
So you just hit your first $40,000 month. Who are you working with? And then quickly talk about like what are the offers that you're currently selling? What makes up a $40,000 month? Break it down for us.
Yeah, I think the last couple months have been just full of retainer work, and that kind of accumulated leading up to those last 3 months of working with like startups, working with like local businesses, a lot in the agriculture space as well.
Cool.
Super cool.
On like a monthly, quarterly basis, where
Yeah.
we're kind of providing social content, more organic stuff for now, and the occasional time we'll pump out some ads for them.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, I guess the way into that space was creating like pin posts for them. And I said at the event yesterday where the challenging part with organic content, it gets buried quickly.
Yeah.
And so having pin posts that stay on top, and it's more evergreen content, and it's the first thing people see when they hop on your page.
Yeah.
They get to know who you are, what you do, and kind of a case study of what it's like working with you guys.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack in this 40K month. I want to talk more about the pin post stuff. I'll talk more about these other offers. But before we do, two questions that are part of rapid fire.
I
First
skipped
one.
them, didn't I?
Okay, we have marry, date, kill. Canon, Nikon, Sony.
Marry, date, kill. Marry, Canon.
Let's go.
Date, Sony, kill,
Nikon.
Nikon.
Why does every person from Canon hate Nikon? Because I'm the same way. I feel like it's like a classic rivalry.
Honestly, I started on a Canon 80D, and still to this day, I'll pick up a Sony camera. I'm like, I have no idea how to work this thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so good.
It
No,
is,
it's
yeah.
true. I'm the same as
They're
you.
so Sony menus. I can't get on board with Sony menus. They're so complex. Honestly, straight up, nothing beats the Panasonic menu. Panasonic menu is the best. It's better than the Canon menu.
You guys with your Panasonic.
It was so
kills me.
good. This is a filmmaker thing. You'll get it when you
Yay.
become a filmmaker.
That's
when
not
you grow
happening.
up and become a filmmaker.
Okay, great. So, last rapid fire question.
Yeah.
Our classic signature question is: what is a flop that you've had since the last time we were on the podcast? What's something that's happened in the business?
Yeah, I thought about this because I think the first time I was on the
knew
podcast,
it
I
was
talked
coming.
about Basically just working with a company and saying we could do Facebook ads for them, and that just was a complete flop. I didn't know exactly what I was doing. And so that lasted like about a month.
Yes.
But I think this time, I think I got to a point where I was so chaos, like it was just pure chaos in
Yeah.
my day-to-day stuff. I was shooting every day. I was trying to build a team. I was just constantly working myself to the ground, and all my systems just kind of failed on me.
Yeah.
And I kind of went off the drawing board and like just kept going. I was kind of reacting as things were coming to me
Yeah.
instead of following what I initially had lined up for me,
Yeah.
like as far as systems.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of a realization of like, okay, I got to step back, take a moment, and get back to like the ideation of
Yeah.
my pipeline and just kind of going through the stages of working with the client.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So the flop is systems related. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. It's like you got to a point where you were so busy, you feel like your whole business was flopping because you just were like, this has just gotten out of control. We talked about this last night at
Yeah.
Six Figure Creator Live. There's 4 stages that every business goes through, and you keep going through them until the day you die. And that is the idea stage, the build stage, the growth stage, and the chaos stage. And most of us in the idea stage, we build the idea, we build our offers, we build, what's our business going to be? Then we get into the build stage where it's like, okay, we're going to build some systems, get a couple things, we're going to start to build some things up. And then you hit growth, you enjoy it, and then you hit chaos. And then most of us get stuck in chaos forever. And eventually it causes people to quit and give in, throw in the towel, go get a 9-to-5. Sounds like you were hitting chaos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what did the chaos feel like? Describe as clearly as you can why you think you were in chaos, and then
Yeah.
what did you do to get out of it?
Yeah. I was expecting a few bigger months coming in, and so I pre-planned and had an editor come on to help me with the post-production side of my content, which helped a lot, but I was still shooting every single day, multiple projects a day.
Wow.
And so sending those files, backing stuff up, working with the admin, and just like trying to stay caught up on like emails and reaching out to people. It feels like everything hit the fan.
Yeah.
And so up until recently, I was just kind of like reacting to it and like just going through the motions of it. And then I think it got to a point where I was like, okay, I got to take a step back, look at what I was doing before and what was working, and be more intentional with who I'm working with, what I'm saying no to,
Yeah.
and being very clear with like the direction I want to go into.
Yeah.
Because I got to a point where I was just saying yes to so many brands and personal brands and small stuff and low-hanging fruit that wasn't really serving me anymore.
Yeah. So what did you cut? What were the things on the chopping block for you?
A lot of the low-hanging fruit, the lower-paying jobs that I used to just say yes to when they would just pop up.
Yeah.
I guess, for example, if someone would text me saying they needed content tomorrow, I'd be like, yeah, totally,
Right.
I'll show up, I'll be there. And just kind of scrapping everything
Yeah.
else that I have to do to
Yeah.
go to that project.
Yeah, it's such a pivotal shift. Like when you're building it and you're in that idea and then build stage, you quickly transfer over to the growth stage, and that can happen like overnight, where you feel like all of a sudden you're now getting asked to do all of these things. It's less of you actually going out and pitching, but more so you're used to saying yes to everything, and so you have to then learn how to say no, which
Yeah.
can sometimes be a little bit counterintuitive. But I think it's really smart to figure out, okay, I'm saying no to these things so that I can say yes to
Yeah.
bigger and better things, which is huge.
And I think even as a creative, we're wearing so many hats.
Yeah.
We're managing our own socials. We're creating our own content. We're creating for other clients. We're building out a strategy game plan for them. We're emailing. Like, we have everything on our to-do list. And it feels like sometimes all you're focused on is like just shooting.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the more important things are like following up with clients
Right.
and making sure they're happy with the edits and revisions and
Yeah.
keeping on top of current clients and upcoming projects too.
Of course, of course. Do you have a minimum level of engagement? Like a minimum amount that you need to get paid in order to get out and go and shoot? Like, do you have a, do
that
you have a
actually
minimum level?
switched a couple months ago.
Okay.
Because when I was in the real estate space, that was very small, quick in and out
Right.
projects. And at the time, it was like, it's only going to take me an hour to get in and out.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it more. I was like, to drive to the property, shoot it, to get home, to dump the footage, send it to my editor, get the photos back, send it to the client. It's about a half day of work for one house, basically.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, there's a better way to do this. And I think for now, most projects have to be above around 1,500 to 2,500
Yeah.
to really consider them.
That's great.
Especially if I get deeper in like the brand space and shooting more content for them.
Yeah.
There's a lot more planning that goes into it. And for those type of things, you just can't hop into a content session and just hope for the best.
Yeah.
You kind of have to plan for it. And so giving yourself enough time to work with the client leading up to it
Yeah.
is very helpful.
Huge, yeah.
Do you feel
And
like-
it's not that real estate's a bad business? It's just
No.
your business model wasn't set up to do real estate at scale well.
Yeah.
With the other stuff you had
Yeah.
going on. So.
Yeah. Do you feel like your minimum level of engagement, you setting that? Because when did you really set that? When was that like, okay, I'm not taking anything lower?
I think in my mind this year,
Okay.
but just kind of sticking to it within the past couple months.
Yeah. And you're hitting your biggest months. It's not like, hey, I've cut down all these projects, so I'm making less, but I'm working less.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm actually making way more,
Yeah.
but working less
Yeah.
still. That's kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what's a lot of your pricing actually sitting at? Like when
Yeah.
a lot of people are sitting here thinking, okay, he just had a $40,000 month.
Mm-hmm.
Again, what are you selling? And just give us like very loose budget ranges on like,
Yeah.
this is typically what I sell this for.
Yeah.
I think so. Most of my retainer clients that I work on a monthly and quarterly basis, they're between 25 to 5K a month. The quarterly ones are from 5K to 10K.
Yeah.
One client was paying me 10K, but that was basically going in once a week and shooting content for them.
Yeah.
And what's involved in that? Like, what do your deliverables look like?
Yeah, typically it's around 3 to 6 short form reels. Sometimes we throw in kind of like a longer form YouTube video or something for their headline or for their website or something.
Yeah.
And then there's a kind of a photo package on top of that too.
Yeah, so
Cool.
it's photos and then a couple like reels, maybe even a long form piece. When someone's hearing, man, $2,500, $3,000, $5,000 for 3 to 6 reels, that sounds expensive. Break down though, like it's so much
Yeah.
more than you just giving somebody reels.
Yeah.
You're doing a lot of work
Yeah.
to make sure that these reels are very handcrafted and intentional to be parts of their own marketing funnels, right?
Yeah. I think part of what I do with my clients is more of like a strategy session leading up to shooting the content. I think one of the problems a lot of people face is like they have so many people telling them what to do, how to post it, how to create it, when to post it, timing, and that can be super confusing. And so kind of getting a better idea of what they're actually expecting and looking for and who they're kind of speaking to.
Yeah.
That helps us create better content for them too. Even, for example, the 4 reels that we create for them, those 4 topics could be turned into other forms of content as well.
Yeah.
So like showing them that just because we're creating 4 types of reels about these specific topics doesn't mean you have 4 videos to post. You can turn those into carousels. You can turn those into graphics. You can turn those into other talking head videos.
Yeah. Very multi.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So you're basically getting on retainer with clients to build their content strategy with all their content pillars, and then you're just showing up, booking a studio day, and helping them shoot a bunch of that content. But they're left with not only the content you produce, they're left with the content strategy to run with and produce their own content at scale, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, talk to us more about this pin post package. Like, give me like details, obviously like pricing, all that kind of stuff. Like, what are you doing for them? How much time does it take on the client side? Like, if someone was like, I want to offer that package, but like, what type of pin post do I do? Like, what does it even look like? Go ahead and give us some details for that.
Yeah, I think I started incorporating this a couple months ago, honestly, when you guys put
Dropped
out
the whole course
Yeah,
on pin post,
100%. And that was like a eye opener to me because there was such an easy way into working with these clients. Because like I said, the biggest struggle is getting in the door, but also creating content that sticks as well.
Yeah.
And so the way I've been kind of getting myself into those doors have been seeing what they could be doing better of when it comes to creating content. And it could be a one-off. It could be something that turns into more retainer style.
Yeah.
But it's basically creating content that can live on their feed for 6 months to a year
Yeah.
to even longer than that. And basically it helps people who land on their page for the first time. They know exactly what they do. They know who they are. They build that connection right away and that trust. And whether it's a case study or a testimonial, that's huge as well.
Yeah.
Because I feel like for someone to reach out, seeing those type of videos and that type of content, it's a lot easier for someone to want to reach out as well.
Yeah, totally. It's such a good system of like if you were to look at an Instagram grid, top left corner is who you are. This is the origin story of either the business owner or of the business in general. Then we've got what they actually do. What are the services they provide? What problems do they solve? What are the solutions? And then finally, what's a case study or testimonial? So it really does nurture the client all the way towards the sale. You're hitting the just like ideological, is this right for me with the problem solving, but then it also is trust building, not only in the testimonial, but also in the origin story, which is really cool.
Because you can also convert those videos into longer form
Yeah.
for
100%.
website as well.
Yeah.
And you actually talked about this yesterday too, how if you're not creating enough content or if you're not that active, you could easily put money behind these and just have them
Yeah.
running as ads
Evergreen.
Yeah.
for 6 months.
Automated evergreen.
And it's
ad-
still
Oh, yeah.
doing work for you.
Yeah,
I tell this to people all the time. I'm like, if you hate, even if you think about your own business, like if I was to think of my own business, I like doing socials, so I do that. But I think about people who hate being on social media, and I'm like, all you got to do, you don't even have to be active, but all you got to do is just create 3 pin posts and just leave it there. It looks like a billboard for your business, right?
It's
And
so funny.
Run
It's
some
hilarious.
profile visit ads
Yeah.
and just have people come and
Yeah.
check it out. Yeah, absolutely.
I literally had this conversation this morning with a client. they were starting a landscaping company and they
Oh,
needed
yeah,
content.
they don't wanna be
and
on
they don't want to be they don't want to be on Instagram or anything. I was
Yeah.
like, just do this, put some money behind it, and like after that you don't have to create content. Just have these running behind
yeah,
Facebook,
yeah,
and it'll do a lot better than not posting content.
exactly. It'll be intentional.
100%,
That's really
man.
cool. What? And sorry, what did you price for? What are you pricing? What's the range for pin post packages for you right now?
If it's social only, it's around 2,500 to 3,500.
Cool.
And then if we're kind of converting them into longer form styles too for their
Cool.
websites or other purposes,
Yeah.
it's up to 5,000, 6,000.
Cool. And that includes like scripting and
Yeah.
all of that type
Scri-
of
I think
assistance.
scripting's a big one too.
It's a huge
Yeah.
value add. Yeah.
Yeah.
So quick plug, creativerise.com/pin posts. I don't even know how much we're selling it for. Let me check. It's like super cheap.
Yeah.
If you want to learn how to help, $47. If you want to learn how to help your clients with their pin posts, and if you're a filmmaker or if you're a photographer and you even want to help get into this by doing it with your iPhone, buy the pin post course. We're going to teach you how to help your clients script their pin posts and then how to shoot them, how to position
Yeah.
them properly. But we actually built the course not for people like Matt to use for their clients, even though it's amazing. We built it for people like Matt or people like us
Yeah.
to build pin posts for our own account. So if you're just someone who wants to get more traffic and more sales for your own business, make sure you jump on in there.
Yeah.
and
Or
get
if you're
that.
on in the
But
Ontario area,
it's
hire Matt.
it's
He'll do it
hilarious.
for
It's
you.
It's work for
hilarious, like,
everyone.
how because I don't think I saw that coming.
No, me neither. And it's so
We made it 'cause
cool.
we were like, this will be such a good tool for photographers and filmmakers and like social
Yeah.
media managers to get more clients for themselves. But I love how it was like
love
the
the
first week
use
after we
of
dropped,
turning
we were
it
like,
and
wait a
doing
second,
it.
we should tell people to use this for their clients.
Yeah.
Take our framework, sell it to your clients,
Yeah.
help them implement it, and charge them $5,000 for it, which you've been doing.
So
Yeah.
cool.
So-
How many of those have you done, you think? Off the top of your
I
head.
feel like every project I'm shooting pin posts.
Wow.
Really? Like every new client you're
Every
signing
new
on,
client,
it's like where
whether
you
it's
start them.
whether it's a one-off or we're just hopping straight into retainer work, the first thing we're
Yeah.
doing is creating pin posts.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's the foundational step for
That's
someone's social
awesome.
strategy,
Yeah.
which is
That's
awesome.
so good.
Dude, I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's
how do
so
you
cool.
how do you feel like you're finding clients right now who value or here's a question. Do you feel like you're finding clients that already value it or do you think you're educating clients towards valuing it?
It's a good question. I think so. To backtrack, I think this past year I've been super clear on like my messaging and the way I've been like talking about what I do has been more intentional with who I want to work with.
Yeah.
And so it's part of like educating them on it, but also like having some credibility behind it too, and
Right.
showing examples of what it's done for other clients too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are the messaging shifts? What would you say your messaging was before that was less effective? And then what are you saying now?
I think
being
I was
more
trying to
effective?
appease to everyone, whether that was real estate space, brand space, personal brands. And so I actually worked with Studio Atelier, Becca and Marcelo.
Oh,
Who
I
are
love
awesome.
them.
Shout out to
Brand
Becca
by
and
Friday.
Marcelo.
Shout
Yeah.
out.
Brand by Friday. They totally rebranded all your stuff, right?
That was
beautiful.
about beginning of last year.
Cool.
And since then, it's just kind of refining what my messaging looks like.
Yeah.
But they really helped me with like clarifying my offer and helping me kind of get my point across too.
I love
Sick.
it, man.
That's
I love it.
awesome.
Yeah, they're
That's great.
OG mastermind grads.
Yeah.
I love those guys. They're
Yeah.
so great. Yeah.
So who is your like when you said I more clarified my message and I'm not talking to everybody? Who then have you clarified down into?
A lot of it now is like local businesses, but also brands in the more lifestyle space, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love it, man.
I love that. That's awesome.
That's awesome. So how are you getting clients right now?
Yeah. Honestly, the last 3 months have been all retainer work.
Yeah.
All referrals and retainers
yeah.
and
What's
I
your
was-
monthly at right now? Like consistent monthly people.
Between 25, 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sick.
I think I actually was sending out a proposal yesterday, and I was looking through previous ones I sent out, and it was almost 3 months ago that I sent out the last one.
wow. So you've actually been like just fulfilling for the last couple months.
Yeah.
You haven't even been looking to take on new clients.
Pretty much,
Love it.
yeah.
Wow.
But up to that point, I was reaching out a lot more through just DMs, basically sending voice messages,
Cool.
and a couple emails. But I think those were hit and miss, and I would always forget to follow up with them.
Yeah.
But I also was a little bit more tailored with what I was saying too, and like showing them what they were missing out on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So give me an example of a brand and give me an example of the DM you're sending. What are you saying?
Yeah, I think one example was working with a drink company during the May long weekend. And there was not a lot of lifestyle social reels that they were putting out on like ads, but also just organically too. So I basically pitched a fun weekend, May long weekend with friends at the cottage, having a good time sharing these drinks.
Yeah.
And it kind of turned into a little mini campaign for them too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
So you reach out and you're basically saying, hey, I see there's a lack of like this lifestyle side. I'm sure you guys want to do more of this. You might just not have either had the time or the right person. Here's an opportunity. Why don't
Yeah.
we do something for May 2-4?
Yeah.
Here's kind of the pitch.
Yeah.
Here's the idea.
Yeah.
That's what you're reaching out with, right? Like
Yeah.
a problem. Solution.
And basically just filling their content calendar for a month or so.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit different than the brands I've been consistently working with, because I feel like those are a little bit more educational.
Yeah.
And so in that case, I think it's more so just looking like you're an expert in their space, in your own field. And
What
a
would
lot
be
of-
an example of like an educational lifestyle brand?
yeah, educational lifestyle brand. I think.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, more like service based, I think.
Service. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess one example would be previous project I was on was with a real estate brokerage. And we're creating content for ads, but also just for organically too.
Yeah.
Talking more about like the educational side of real estate and like
Yeah.
talking to the specific buyers and sellers
Yeah.
in the space.
So you're helping service providers be dominant in their space by helping them educate their audiences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is really
That's
unique, right?
so big.
Because if the mortgage broker or the real estate brokers that you're helping is the most well-known in the whole city because they educate people the most on the market updates,
Yeah.
what's happening with rates, all that, like they're probably going to get the most business because
Yeah.
they're in front of people the most, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying you're creating an offer, and that's what you're saying a lot of your
Yeah.
retainer work is, right?
Yeah. Honestly, Nano said it best yesterday about how he worked with a umbrella of different brands and companies. It's not just he's the go-to guy for saunas. It's not I'm not the go-to guy for real estate companies, but the service I provide and the products
Yeah.
I sell help everyone.
Yeah.
So it's not tailored to just service-based businesses or product-based
sure.
businesses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
love
Shifting gears, content for your own business. So we talked a ton about content for the clients that you have and pushing that and the importance of that. What has the development of your own content look like, and how has it shifted and changed, and how is it attracting clients?
Constantly evolving.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think there's seasons of life, I guess, when it comes to creating your own content.
Yeah, totally.
I think I was very heavy on like the educational side. And then when I got busy, it kind of took the backseat for a bit. And so that kind of shifted to more just lifestyle stuff as I was going about building my content agency. And I guess what I always try to think about is like, I just want to document the process of building a content agency. And if people find me through that, perfect. I think I will throw in some projects or case studies or work I've been doing recently, but I try to keep kind of my personal and my business page intentional with what we're creating.
Yeah, that's cool. Has it always been comfortable for you to do content, to be in front of the camera, all of that kind of stuff?
No, absolutely not. Well, I mean, the mastermind, like 2 years ago, 2023.
Early 2023.
I remember the first time I hopped on that call, I told you guys my heart was beating out of my chest.
Yeah.
And it felt like that yesterday for a bit, but you kind of settled in quickly.
Yeah.
But
which makes sense. There was like 85 people in the room.
Eyeballs staring at you.
That was good though. I think just showing up more and being in front of the camera more, but also like helping people feel more comfortable in front of the lens too has helped me be better shooting my own content too.
Right.
I feel like every time you try to be someone you're not, that's when it's not authentic and people can kind of tell through watching it. So I just try to keep it real.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that because I think we become masters of helping other people be in front of the camera, and I think it's good to sometimes get in front of it and figure out how it feels because it makes us better at coaching and helping people be in front of the camera, which is really cool.
Yeah.
But I love your content. Anytime we see it, it's so good.
What do you
I
think is
love
the
it.
content that helps drive leads the most for you?
Yeah.
Like when you get new inquiries in your DMs, new inquiries in your email, what content are you tying that back to? Where it's like, I know the more of this style of content I create for my own business, this is what drives leads for me as a content agency. Yeah.
I think it's not so much just whenever I share just the photos and videos that we create, it's not just the photos and videos that we create. It's kind of a behind the scenes of look of why we're creating that type of content, kind of like project breakdowns.
Yeah, project breakdowns. Very cool.
Yeah.
And when I do post the occasional kind of educational video about pin posts or strategy or what it looks like to create content with me, I think those drive a lot of conversion too. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love it, man.
That's cool.
I love it. Well, you got to speak last night on a stage in front of like 80, 85 people-ish, 75, 85 people, whatever it was. Tons of creatives in there. One of the things that we had talked about there, which I kind of want to bring up again because I just think it's a unique question, but it's like, what would you say to somebody? You said your baseline on average is like $20,000 to $25,000 a month right now. You just had your first $40,000 month. What would you say to a version of Matt or the 85 people that were in the room last night or anyone listening to the podcast who's maybe like at the 2 to 5 to 7K per month range and they're looking to double the size of their business right now?
Yeah.
What do you think is the most effective way to do that? And what do you think they should be focusing on?
Yeah. Being intentional with what they want to help their clients with. I mean, to this day, we also talked about imposter syndrome too. So I still feel that to this day, even right now, right? But I think a turning point to that is finding people in your inner circle that you can kind of keep bouncing a conversation off of with.
Yeah.
I think
what you're talking about, the first thing you said was like getting really clear and getting really good at solving your clients' problems. Like you said, getting clear on that. Why is getting clear on that so important? Like you talked about this last night too a little bit, but you could sit here all day and talk about your ideal client and how you help them. You're very clear on your ideal client's problems. Do you think that's the key to like doubling the size of the business?
It's
In your
kind
words?
of finding a solution to their problems. Because everyone wants to create content, but everyone doesn't know how to create content or doesn't know the best way to create content.
Yeah.
And so it's coming up with a game plan that matches their style, matches their personality, matches their brand, and creating content that is a representation of who they are and what they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who they
creating
serve
that.
too.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I love it.
Have you ever hit a point where you ever wanted to quit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
When I hit chaos, that was like,
Yeah.
A couple months ago. you
yeah,
said? Yeah.
that was more of walking on projects and asking myself, like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Like, this isn't
Like
giving
showing up.
Yeah.
Walking through the door and being like, why did I book
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. And then honestly, what helps that is like getting outside of the house and just creating for fun on like just for personal use too.
Yeah.
And that kind of helps me get kind of back on track and remember why I started this in the first place.
Yeah. What's creative community look like for you? And
Creative
what's
community?
the role? Yeah, just community in general. Like,
Yeah.
who are your support systems? Like, how do you utilize that to stay maybe encouraged or motivated? Or how
Yeah.
do you gain inspiration from other people? What does that look like for you?
It's connecting with a bunch of different creatives, photographers, videographers in the space from all over and just collaborating with them too.
Yeah.
Or honestly, it could be a 5-minute conversation with them too about what they've been doing, what we're working on, maybe bouncing ideas off of them too. But just trying to be in a creative space more often than not.
Yeah. That's cool.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Let's go all the way back to the mastermind, the first mastermind you joined, and then you've been to multiple of our inner circle retreats.
Yeah.
Which are like special,
So fun.
super hand curated retreats
Yeah.
down in the desert in California for grads of the mastermind.
That's where I get these t-shirts.
Yeah, that's where we get these cool Self-Employed
get the
Creator Club
merch.
t-shirts. You put some miles on these t-shirts too.
know.
You wear them
I
all the
love
time.
it. I love it.
What's been the?
I got the first one framed.
Did
Did
you?
you?
No, I
Oh,
won't.
That's
I was like, send me a
awesome.
picture.
That would be sweet though.
That would be so
good.
cool.
When it
actually.
starts to get too many holes.
It's
from
got
the
a stain
way.
on it. It won't come out.
Oh no! So what's been the?
I feel like Matt could like, you know, when people have all their like old college sweatshirts and they make it into like a blanket when they're like 80 years old. I feel like that's gonna be
That's
Matt
gonna
with
be
all
with
the
Creative
t-shirts.
Rise t-shirts. Yeah. What's been the ROI for you on investing in your business? I mean, the mastermind was a couple $1,000s. The inner circle retreats are a little bit more than that, a couple $1,000s, and you've been to a few of them.
Yeah.
Why have you chosen to spend the money on developing the business side of your business, and what's the ROI been?
Yeah, I think one of my biggest reasons why I like to take retreats like that is because one, just the connections you make with
Yeah.
other creatives from all over who are in the same space or who are in a wedding space, but doing the same thing and have the same goals.
Yeah.
But also like it opens up your mind to something much bigger too. Because sometimes in Kitchener and Waterloo, you sometimes feel like you're secluded in such a small area. And once you kind of grow across the country, you realize how much bigger you could be operating at.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
like putting yourself around
Exposure.
people. I think we've all at some point in our creative careers have felt this, where you start to feel like, oh, I've kind of hit my ceiling, right? And you're kind of like, this is just seems like all that it's going to be. And then all of a sudden you're in a room with someone who's doing 3 times the size of what you're doing, or 3 times better than the way you're doing it, or whatever. And then all of a sudden it feels way more possible for you.
Yeah. I think as I keep growing too, I think I'm starting to think differently.
Yeah.
And how I can kind of scale up and how I can add to my team and how I can kind of keep growing with what I'm currently working
Yeah.
at too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's been
totally.
the biggest shift you think on the business side, perspective-wise, mindset-wise,
Yeah.
or you said like just your thinking is changing from when we first met you when you joined the mastermind all the way till 2 years later now, just hit
Yeah.
your first $40,000 a month. Like, what's been the biggest mental
Yeah.
shift that you've gone through as a
Yeah.
business owner, as a photographer and a filmmaker?
I think the big one is like starting to delegate all of the things that I don't necessarily like to do. I think the first big one was the editing and just getting that off my plate first.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of shifting to more behind the scenes and content delivery, or kind of helping with the client process and systems in place.
Yeah.
So I can focus on what I enjoy shooting and creating projects that I'm passionate about as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love it, man.
awesome.
So cool. Dude, we're so proud of you.
I know.
I texted you last night after the event. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, I'm so proud of you, man. Like, watching him yesterday on the stage, just chat
crushing
with
it.
everybody. And yeah, it's so cool. So proud of you for that.
And you've
Super
built such
proud.
a cool like connection and people group
Yeah.
here with creative. So you've really brought people together, which is a huge thing.
You've become
to do.
a great inspiration for a lot of people
Yes.
in this area, and just, I mean, through the podcast. And, you know, I think we hear all the time when we meet people, they're like, oh yeah, like I love that episode you do with Matt. And like hearing Matt's story. It's so cool to hear about that. So I'm excited for this one to go live, because I'm
Yeah.
sure there'll be a
Me
lot more of that.
too.
But yeah, dude, we're proud of you. Super cool to see the ways you've built your business. And yeah, thanks for being the biggest rep of self-employed creator club.
Yeah.
I'm a walking billboard at
I
this
Yeah,
love
point.
you
it.
are, bro. I love
So
it.
good. We promise to
love
keep
it.
making more. We promise.
Yeah.
Promise.
Well,
That's
dude,
great.
thanks for being on the show. Last
Yes.
question. Two last questions. Where can people find you? Where can they follow along?
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram, Matt Ortlieb _ or Ortlieb Media on Instagram. Same with Facebook and other platforms.
Sweet.
Yeah, and website, Ortlieb Media.
Yeah. And final question. We've asked you this before. Interesting to see if your answer has shifted at all. But like, why is this all worth it? Why is it worth it to take the risk, start your own company, go against the grain of what everybody who graduated with you at university's done?
Yeah.
Why is it worth it to invest the money, try and learn stuff, show up, take risks? Like, to you, why are you living this life, and why are you choosing to do it? And why do you encourage somebody else who's considering going into this really, really jumping full into it? What's the answer?
I think it's being able to live the life I enjoy, and being able to do the stuff that not a lot of people can, and showing up to things that might be spontaneous and adventurous, and being able to do those things and still have fun. And this doesn't feel like a job to me.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And it started as a hobby. And so sometimes it does feel like a good job, but it's more so just kind of living the life the dream life, basically.
Yeah.
Having fun, shooting cool stuff, working with
providing
cool
value
people.
to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it, man.
That's so
Well,
cool.
dude, thanks for being on the show.
Yes, thank you, Matt, for
Appreciate
being
it.
here.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate
To
you.
hang and chat, dude. So we'll
Yeah.
get you back on soon.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe.
That's
Next
awesome.
year.
Yeah.
I love it, guys. Thanks for being here, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Well, that was such an incredible story to hear from Matt. So inspiring what he's building, and we're just cheering him on. So make sure you go follow along with him and his story as he continues to grow. And if you're sitting there going, man, I wish that was my story. Like, I wish that I could say that I was hitting these incredible, 5-figure months. I would love to hit a $40,000 month. I'd love to hit even a $10,000 month, whatever it is. And yet you feel stuck. You feel confused. You feel like you're not sure exactly how to move forward. And you feel like you're doing the right things, but you're not yielding the results you want. Or maybe you are hitting $10,000 months. Maybe you are hitting a $40,000 month, but it's not in the industry you want to be in, or it feels completely chaotic and not sustainable. Then we've got something for you. The exact same experience that Matt went through is opening up yet again. 7 months, people have been waiting for this. We're opening up the next round of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind, round 14, and it starts September 21st. So we are going to take 6 weeks. Joey and I are going to lock arms with 35 creatives who want to learn and grow and implement these 6 pillars of a 6-figure creative business into their business. So we're not going to be talking about cameras, lighting, all of that kind of stuff. You're probably already really good at that. We're going to be focusing on the business side of your business. And this is not like traditional school where you come and learn for 6 weeks and then you try to implement afterwards. This is implementation, community, and connection and coaching through the entire 6 weeks. So we want people to get the biggest ROIs possible inside of the Creative Rise Mastermind. We have had 380 people go through this Creative Rise Mastermind. and come out building incredible businesses that they absolutely love. We've got a ton of testimonials. You don't have to just hear it from me. We've got a ton of testimonials on our website that you can go. We got videos of people telling their stories of how they 2x their business in the first few weeks, or they tripled their business by the end of the mastermind, or they've just gone on to build 6-figure businesses with what they've learned and implemented in the 6-week mastermind. So if you are someone who is a service-based creative, you're in the wedding space, you're in the brand space, you're in the social media management space, and you want to build a business that actually you get paid to do what you love consistently day in and day out, our next one is coming, and a lot of the spots are already gone from our early access people and people continuing to jump in. So we've got limited spots left in round 14. So if you want to be a part of it, do not wait to apply now. The application is super fun. You can respond via video, text, whatever. It's a ton of fun. And we also have actually a spot in the application where you can book a 15-minute call with Joey and I. And the reason we do that is because we want to get a feel for where your business is at. We want you to get a feel for where we're at and if we think this is the right next step for your creative business, because it's application only. We shape the community so that it's super, super awesome and really, really supportive for everyone that's in it. And we want to make sure it's the right fit for you. So all you got to do is go to creativerise.com. You'll see application buttons there. We would love to see your application come through for claiming one of the last spots of round 14 of the 6-week Creative Rise Mastermind. We are so excited to build for the next 6 weeks with these creatives starting September 21st. If you've got any questions, shoot us a DM at Creative Rise. We are happy to answer, or just go fill out an application. We can answer your questions on our little 15-minute call, which would be an absolute blast. So cheering for you guys. Share this episode with a friend, and we'll see you next week.